103.5 WEZL, on the web at WEZL.com.
Toby Keith and Whiskey Girl on WEZL.
You awake?
I am awake.
Okay, just checking. You just seem a little...
Well, I stayed up late last night watching that show you've got me hooked on, America's Got Talent. And I know that I could just tape it and watch it later, but I never have time later.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched it last night. I'm not all that impressed with it.
Well, why'd you watch it?
Well, I was waiting for the old lady to come on, but I guess they've divided them up in 12s now. Are there 24 left?
I don't know. I hadn't watched it this week.
Oh, well,
I just watched it last week when they sent a bunch of people on to Hollywood or wherever they go.
I watched
Las Vegas.
I watched the whole 2 hours and never saw the old lady comedian.
Now, and I think you and I both think she used to. I think she's been here.
I do too. She looks familiar to me.
I think Tony's brought her here because I told Judy right before she started last week when we were watching it, I said, if I recall correctly, this woman's having to tone down a whole lot. I remember her being fairly nasty.
Yes. And she even said that. I saw the reason I started watching America's Got Talent was because I guess they're running it on one of their other stations that they own, their cable stations.
Yeah.
And like TV Guide Network or one of those. And she said that. She said, yeah, I'm going to have to clean it up a little bit.
And she was still very edgy last week.
Yeah.
I guess
about things she'd do with peers and
well, I don't know about all that.
Pulling the underwear out of her.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah. But I guess that's what makes her funny in person is you don't expect
just a little old lady to
be telling dirty jokes.
Yeah, she's 75 years old, and I think she's probably just as nasty as any of them.
What do you think about the chicken catcher from Kentucky? What's your thoughts on him? Did you see the very first time?
Yeah, well, I went back and watched because they had a marathon on Sunday.
Okay.
And they just played all of them. I don't know. I get the impression that that's an act. I don't know that he's really that simple.
You think?
I do. I think this is one of those things where he said, okay, I can sing a little bit, but if I have a story to go along with it, this is what's making other people famous. I think he's probably from, like, upstate New York or something.
Do you really?
Yeah, and he's putting... Because the act is too simple.
I personally think it's probably real. He probably is about the best singer around where he's from. But I don't know that he's got enough talent to get through a couple more rounds. The first time he was really good because he was such a surprise. I thought last week he was shaky. And they said how great he was and he's a great story and but I thought he was iffy last week. I think he's.
So you think he'll fizzle out like Susan Boyle?
I think if he's there 2 more weeks, he'll be lucky. I like the guy. I like the story, like the concept. It'd be nice if he could do it.
Yeah.
But I don't.
I just get the impression he's too simple, so I really don't know that it's real. Because people are getting smart now with this. With
how to
these
pull it
game
off?
shows.
Yeah. So your favorite right now is who? I know you don't like the show. You said you didn't, but who do you think's actually got talent?
Last night of the 12 that performed over the 2 hours, I like the girls that were dancing, the moms that were dancing, and I don't know their name, but they're not older. I would say they're
the men dressed up the drag queens.
No, I don't. They were dressed like firemen last night.
I don't know.
The ladies were, and they did it to a popular song that's out.
Okay.
But they did an excellent job last night. And I also like the chubby guy who really, really loves his dancing partner wife who slings her around. Have you seen him? I don't know what he's kind of a chubby fella.
That sounds a little bit like something North Charleston police probably ought to investigate. A chubby fella who slings his wife around.
It's one of those acts where, it's balance and she'll lift him up just, using the laws of physics.
I must have missed that one.
He's a chubby fella, but she can push him up, and it's one of those circus acts.
Really?
But they were really good last night.
Okay, so you don't. For you, it's the circus acts that you like.
Yeah, because
the dancing and the balancing and the.
First of all, I don't think that should be a singing competition at all.
That's not talent?
No, it is talent, but there's other shows for that.
There's other shows for dancing too.
Well, I guess that's true too.
But
some of these people that come out there and do it on this show, how come they haven't auditioned for?
One of them did, and one of them that's in the 24 was actually a competitor on American Idol.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I think got through to a certain point, and did okay.
Yeah.
But I think, if I recall correctly, she may be one of the favorites in this thing.
Okay.
It's a woman. I don't remember, young girl. I don't remember the deal, but anyway, I personally like the Magician. I think
he wasn't in that 12.
Okay, I think the Magician's probably the best talent of all of them, and probably the most suited for Las Vegas.
I saw him on YouTube, so yeah, I'll agree with you on that.
I think he's the man that should win so far.
Of the 12 last night, I like the chubby man that slings his wife around.
Yeah, and again, that sounds like something that North Charleston police ought to investigate.
And those hot moms that dressed up like firemen.
Okay. 620. I can see that. That you would say that. Yeah. 20. Freckles. Did you buy Freckles a fireman suit?
Not yet, but we're going to look today.
620 at WEZL.
Now Weasel Time.